Hey guys, we're gonna get started now, so if you can take a seat, that'd be great. Fantastic, right? Hi, I'm Marty Sakata. I know most of everybody here, and so we were targeting about 300 people for today, including the people online, but I think we'll probably have around 500 plus. I might have 600, I don't know. So I think today will be, a pretty great event, and we've got some really fantastic people speaking. We have some great real estate speakers speaking throughout the day, and obviously, Peter Lewis will be speaking at the beginning of the day to open things up. So I'm Marty Sakata, and I've been running this group for many years. I'm a Wharton guy. I worked in banking for years. I was in Switzerland working for Swiss Bank. I'm going to date myself here. Swiss Bank Corporation. So I was working in Zurich. There was a big financial calamity because of Russia, and Bankers Trust went under, and Deutsche Bank had to acquire Bankers Trust, and UBS was going under. So Swiss Bank, which was like 1/10 the size of UBS, bought UBS and assumed the name. And so I was part of the team that came back from Switzerland to fix up things. And I started a group called the Wharton Angel Network, which still exists today. And at the same time, another group called Wharton Investor Network, which this is an outgrowth of. So we covered a lot of hedge funds, a lot of private equity, and more into family offices back in 2005, 2006. And I was glad to see that Morgan Lewis has some fantastic documents on how their family office practice. If anybody is wandering out in the hallway, you can pick it up. And if somebody wants to send me that information as a PDF, I can distribute it to the online crowd during the day today. So that'd be great. A fantastic group of speakers. So before we get started, I want to just talk about some of the things that we've done in the nonprofit space. So we had some, we created an executive committee for Brishnikov Arts. They had fantastic success last year. COVID really hit performing arts terribly. But Brishnikov Arts, came running out of the gates. They've expanded greatly. They got a $2 million grant from Carnegie Endowment. We were able to help them with all kinds of partnerships and alliances. We also have a new alliance with Stand Up to Cancer, which is probably the second largest nonprofit in the cancer space. So our executive committee is focused on, helping their AI initiative, which basically will go, if science and healthcare, there's all these data lakes that all these companies have built up. And Stand Up to Cancer will have access to them, be able to build AI models to help diagnostic. So we sent out an email to people who had seen Stand Up to Cancer present to our group about joining the executive committee. And we had about 25 slots. We had about 55 people reply to that who wanted to join. So we'll work people in and out. And I think we're going to have we had a kickoff meeting a couple of weeks ago. We're going to have another meeting in New York in end of September 24th. We'll have a breakfast, and we're trying to really push Stand Up to Cancer and what they're about. Obviously, everybody's family is touched by cancer, and I think the numbers are something like 50% of all men over 50 will get cancer in their lifetime, and 40% of women over 50. So it's pretty outstanding. We're also really happy that we're going to have Every Cure here later on today. So David Fagenbaum is a guy who's a Wharton MBA and a Penn Med School graduate. They have like a special program where like 1 or 2 people a year get into that program. After his third year, or in his third year of med school, Dave was diagnosed with a terminal illness. There was no treatment or cure. So he made it his work to find a cure. And he found that the disease grew through certain receptors, and he found a way to block the receptors. And so 14 years later, he was getting about 2 years to live. 14 years later, he just got a $50 million grant from ARPA-H to build an AI model to repurpose off-patent drugs. And they already had a lot of that already. And I think they've already pushed through 4 or 5 different treatments or cures to different diseases, which were kind of orphan diseases. So if any of you people know people are like stuck by, a certain orphan disease or another, it's really tragic, because a lot of times the treatments that are available are, cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. And so hopefully they'll have great work coming out of this. So the dinner party is also sold out. But I think most of the people here are going to be going there. We're looking pretty good. So I wanted to just introduce Chris from Morgan Lewis. And I was hoping, since we have a pretty international crowd and national crowd, a lot of people from California, Florida, and Texas, and Boston are logged in, and in Chicago as well. You could talk to us about the breadth of Morgan Lewis, what your practices are, and also, where you are internationally as well. So, Chris.
Thank you so much. So good morning, everyone, and welcome to the 2024 New York City Family Office Outlook Forum, sponsored by IvyFON and hosted by Morgan Lewis. So as he was saying, I am Chris Dlutowski. I'm a private funds partner here in Morgan Lewis's New York office. Like him, I went to Penn, but I wasn't bright enough to go to Wharton. I studied history, so instead of going into Wall Street, I became an attorney. Morgan Lewis is thrilled to partner with IvyFON, and we're so pleased to see so many attendees here, both live and in person. Morgan Lewis has a dedicated cross-practice family office initiative. We have specialists in a number of different areas, including private funds, regulatory, tax-exempt entities, and tax transactional, M&A, private equity, venture capital, real estate, and other transactional areas, finance, real estate, and a whole host of other different practice groups and areas that support our family office clients. Together, we advise family offices. Those are very large and small, new and long-standing, as well as foundations, high net worth individuals and related investors, and managers in this space too that service family offices on key important legal issues that they face and on all types of investment structures and transactions. My Morgan Lewis colleagues and I are honored to share the stage at this forum with our fellow presenters who are, as you were noting, are across the market spectrum, family offices, foundations, and other investors. Over the next couple of days, you will hear from presenters on a wide variety of relevant topics, ranging from updates on macro topics such as fiscal policy and the global markets, to all types of investment strategies, alpha, emerging markets, private equity, venture capital, credit, and real estate, and all types of investment transactions, including direct investments, secondaries, continuation funds, and co-investing with philanthropic funds. We hope that you find the sessions to be insightful, engaging, and actionable. We're happy to field questions during the presentations as time allows, but feel free to reach out to any of the presenters during the course of the forum if you have any follow-ups. And also we have, as you were indicating, we have a variety of handouts and that will be available online as well via PDF. We are pleased to offer CLE credit for those who are able to partake in that and if it's relevant. I also encourage attendees today who are in person to attend the reception that will be here immediately following at the end of the afternoon. It's going to be right outside the conference room. So without further ado, let's start today's session. And as he was saying, our first speaker is Peter Lewis. So I invite him up, and Peter is chairman and founder of Wharton Strategies, and he'll share his insights on his panel entitled A New Dawn for Real Estate. Thank you and welcome.